Life is all about choices. You're gonna be given many. Circumstances to come are defined by those choices. Yo, the life we never chose. Only so many ways to reach those before our funeral woes. Posed against odds, created from deceit and manipulation. But that's the only way to get the bacon. And we all need those dollar bills. So, welcome to my altered will and this perception I've built. What pays most? What did you net from what you grossed? I bet you had high hopes. And did your dream ever work? Did you ever play it close? Go to work until your back's sore and you get taxed more and constant headaches. But we need to get our next pay and through the day, and with our hearts knowing we don't really get what we deserve. Well, others can never be in our shoes and never take our turns. I started wandering on a whim, darkness conquering the winds as shadow days begin. Don't live too fast. Come on, what up, y'all? Cause you should know you got some hard days ahead. Don't live too fast. Cause you should know you got some hard days ahead. Though a flame burns deep down, flickering and blistering with heat. Overwhelmed is the student when there's so much to teach and only so little we need. And do you ever wonder what the blind even see? Fixated with imagination, look past the differences. The world to us is limitless, and leave home behind. And that is where you feel safe and go out and get information that you can't just copy and paste. And suddenly, I was no longer a teen. I was a young man with dreams, caught between, confident with no self-esteem. And I was never looking to be accepted. I always was a little bit reckless. Felt like I always had a different perspective. But we used to cruise through the creek, burning swishes in the backseat, thinking we ain't never gonna get caught. Someone on the lookout, saying, homie, chill, it's not the cops. Live too fast. Cause you should know you got some hard days ahead. Don't live too fast. Cause you should know you got some hard days ahead. I used to get blasted and go back to auto shop. The last thing on our minds was class. Mixing tobacco from Captain Black's and the spliffs we had, light it up and get that shit in rotation. We used to sit in the basement with a pale kit, getting ripped out of our faces. And now we're getting older and shit is really changing. Blank stares project, I leave thanks where I left. And here today, I could be gone tomorrow. Do you think of death? Do you wish you could be somewhere else instead? Or do you live fulfilling needs? Or do you just chase what you want? And do you miss what you had when it's gone? Do you miss all the bonds that broke for reasons that you don't know? And do you question the God when you pray? Or are you losing your faith? And do you help or do you hinder? You may not realize you brought warmth to someone else's winter. And the storm's high grows thinner. Yeah, and we eat, but do you really taste? Yeah, sleep, but do you really wake? And wear helmets, but are you really safe? Witness objects, but do you see the shape? Walk through the land, but do you see the scape? Windows of your soul, do you see the pain? Recreate, but do you really fix? Say we're happy, but is it really bliss? I get high, but do we really lift? Drink, but do we really sip? Sin, or is it just a myth? Live, or do you just exist? Give in, or will you insist? Sit, but are you really grounded?